Testing. Alright, time to rock and roll in Azerbaijan. Looks like future Dreamliner is out on track with many others. One of the first to go round on a hot lap. I think the first man might be Dan the Racer, so we'll start with him to kick off the PlayStation Pacific Open Series Tier 1. And we're up to round 13 from Azerbaijan with the championship battle hotting up. Scotty v Blanchard. 2 points the difference in Scotty's favour, and only this round in Azerbaijan and 2 more after it. So it is game on. Qualifying going to be pretty important. Although a few safety cars, which Azerbaijan has the potential to throw up, being the concrete jungle that it is. A few safety cars could mix things up, but they have to happen. Wouldn't be completely out of the ordinary for the guys to go through a full race without a safety car, albeit unlikely. Kavudi down there, he's going to try and go for a lap on the medium tyres. Here comes Dan the Racer to complete that first flying lap of the session. 1:42.3, not very good, unfortunately. Immediately usurped by the likes of Metz and Bags. To the 1:38.8. Here comes future Dreamliner. This is not going to be good enough for the top spot. 1:40.5. I think Chronic Saints the next to come over the line. Fifth, 1:41.5. His teammate is next. Edmund Red Devil. Actually, he's on an outlap, so shut my face. Banana Cake Pie is the next one over the line. 6 have set a time. The 7th time on the standings. Good enough for 7th at the moment. 8th as... who went up there? Karma, I think. 1:39.7. Silvo's on tour. I'm not familiar with that driver, but welcome aboard anyway. He's good enough for 6th there. Almost a 1:40 flat as the times begin to pile in now. Here comes Tense Sandals in the 95 Alfa Romeo. Over the start-finish line for a 1:39.8 and a 4th row spot. I think it's Scotty next, is it? Yes, one of the men we want to watch. Championship leader by a mere 2 points. I'm sure I'll mention that several times throughout the call today. 1:39.6 for Scotty. 4th place as it stands. Blanchard, his main rival, a mere 10th ahead on 3rd. And that'd be great if they started on the same row of the grid. Preferably 1st and 2nd, but wouldn't it be interesting if they started, say, 9th and 10th next to each other, having to cut their way through the field? Now is Kavudi. Kavudi's trying a lap on the mediums, as we mentioned earlier. Let's see what the Aston Martin has up its sleeve. It's going to be too bad for mediums, is it? 139.7, sixth spot. Pretty respectable. Pips out Karma. Knocks Karma off the third row by 1,000th of a second. And a big hello to all the viewers joining us for the live stream. Great to have your company wherever you're tuning in from. Make yourself known in the comments. Give us your predictions. Give a shout out to your mum, your nan, your dad, your budgerigar. It's all party stations here at Azerbaijan. Enjoy the race. Enjoy the time. Got to find another person on a lap at the moment. I think Chronic Saint, did he go again? Simon's in the house. Welcome. Who's your money on this week, Nick? And a shout out to Gavin Arnold, as always. Tremendous to have your company. Chronic Saints abandoned that lap. Did Kavudi go again? Did he touch the wall there? Looked pretty tight coming out of turn 15. Probably one of the more common spots the drivers tend to leave a bit of Pirelli tyre rubber on the wall. So it's not another hot lap, just I assume he will box, unless he feels he's got a bit more in that. Here he comes into the pits. Hard on the anchors, get a bit of practice in slowing up the car on those pit re-entries. We're with Blanchard, but he's going to come in as well. So Supercharge is not on a hot lap either. He's done his. Dan the Racer putting in consecutive laps here. He's looked well and truly anchored at the bottom. 142.1 at the moment. Will he come in for a fresh set of tyres? What's Banana Cake High up to? He's just heading through the castle section, consisting of turns 8, 9, 10, 11. This is 12, and that's a Williams with no front wing. So he won't be going too far. Tell you what, getting a fair scoot on with no front wing. Too fast into the wall there. Better watch it. Well, that'll be your session done. That stung him. Nick Simon's predictions for the race calling a Grim Reaper win. We second. We certainly holding some form at the moment. Actually, he's currently on an out lap. How far around is he? We'll go with the Ferrari driver as he puts in a hot lap. We might go on board. Let him take us around a lap of Azerbaijan. Nick Simon's calling a Ferrari. 1-2 there. Grim Reaper first. We second after his win last week. Third for Blanchard. Fourth Bags Liddell in the Aston Martin. And a fifth place for Scotty. Keep the championship battle nice and close. Heading into the final 2 rounds as we watch We 921 turn 3. 4, all looking pretty nice and smooth. Heading down to the chicane at 5, the left, 6, the right. Watch the curb there, a bit bumpy on the inside. The wall never too much of a danger on exit. And then this dinky little corner, turn 7, through the castle section. Left-hander at 12, always got to try and find as much pace as you can on exit. Car just doesn't want to grip coming out of there up the hill. And then hard accelerate, hard braking into 15 where that wall is an ever-present danger. And then the final corner you need to get right, get a fast exit out of 16 with turns 17, 18, 19 and 20. A mere formality, flat on the gas, although some do come a cropper through 19. This is 20, the right-hander, which opens up onto one of the longest straights on the calendar. And we goes to the top of the standings with a 138.6. So there you have it, people. The number 69 Ferrari taking you around for the fastest lap so far. Jahenda moves up into third with a 138.7. That's a pretty quick time. So drivers finding their rhythm now. Here's Bags Liddell going into 7. As you can see, you can just cut that corner a little bit. Nick Simon's betting his cardboard box he stole from Woolies car park. Did have the house last week. Actually, you shouldn't have a cardboard box. You put the house on Blanchard last week. The then championship leader leading fairly comfortably at Singapore before throwing it into the wall, throwing the race away and his championship lead. Finds himself 2 points in arrears to Scotty. That really livened the championship up. So here comes Bags Liddell now. I see the cars on the right hand side. That's heading down actually into turn 7. Did someone go off, or are they just doing the right thing and parking it? I think it was Mets. Back with Bags Liddell over start finish line. Improved 138.7. So he'll head up the second row as is. Is on a hot one there. Grim Reaper, no, looked at the wrong, it was we coming into the pits, my bad. Blanchard fires in a 138.5. That takes him to the top of the leaderboard. What does Scotty have to say about that? I think from memory, Scotty hasn't had the best of qualifying sessions in recent times. It's only really, I guess it's his consistency that's kept him in the fight in recent times. Was second last week, and as we said, that was good enough to get him in the lead of the championship by 2 points. But hasn't had a win since round 8 in Austria. And this would certainly be the ideal time for him to find another one. Sandals drops in, so does Bag. We'll check with Twitch Liddy, Scotty's teammate. Actually, we'll go with Scotty. Where's he on a hot lap? So he's just kicking off. Race director lost him for a minute there. That's pretty quick there. Swept his way through 3, the way you should. Using plenty of the track, all the room available through 4. Now the chicane 5, 6, avoids the curb in 6. Shrieks his way down to 7. Throws it into the castle section. There's some pace in this Mercedes as it appears. Certainly through the corners. Can he back it up with some top end speed down the straight? Oh, he tackles 15 beautifully. Down to 16. Really able to get the car turned into the corners very early. Purple's the second sector. This is going to be a quick lap. That Mercedes absolutely flying. How good is this going to be? Blanchard has left the session, it appears. He's done. Scotty, 12th at the moment. This will be better than a 139. Only good enough for 6th. Looked good through the corners, but still half a second drift. Bad drift of his main title rival. Check in with Chronic saying, so Blanchard's gone from the session. Did he retire in the pits or did he have an incident? Oh, that's a Williams back there. happened there? It's banana cake pie. Has he chucked it into the wall? Trying to get a good look as we go past, but I guess we've seen the damage done. Is he parked or... I cannot quite tell. The car does not seem to be moving. We might get a look here, courtesy of We. No, the Williams is gone now. Still got a yellow flag in Sector 1 though. It's... Kavuti's gone out now. So he's... Kavuti's made a meal of it coming out of turn 3. And that's brought out full course double wave yellows, so that might cook a few laps. Max Liddell's on an outlap here. He might get a tow from, is it Scotty, who drifts into the pits as is. Bags gets going now on his hot lap. If he can find through... Oh, he's blowing it on turn 1. Never mind what might have been or what he needed. That's his quali done. He won't be going further than 4. 19, 141. Well, he could... Geez, you want to get a foot down if he's going to go for another lap. If he's got that in his plans, he might just make it by a mere second. That could be close. Supercharged in third here is rushing around on a hot lap. He's looking to usurp his teammate. He needs to find 2/10 on this lap. Heading down the start-finish straight now towards the finish line. Supercharged, 138.6. Oh, just misses out. 138.5 by mere hundredths. Doesn't get there. Next up is Metz. He's coming around the about to complete the final sector. He's on the start-finish straight. Number 2 Haas streaking its way down towards the start-finish line. Really needs to find some time. Not going to. And decides to chuck it in the wall instead. And behind him was Grim Reaper. So the session's over. Did Bags... No, he came into the pits anyway, so he wasn't going to go again. And that'll be about all she wrote. So we get geared up for the race, and Blanchard makes it apparent he wants that championship lead back, takes the top spot from Supercharged. His teammate, it's an Alpine 1-2, 2/10 or 1.5 even adrift. We 92 looking to carry on that form from his second place last week. Bags Liddell 4th, Jahenda up there in 5th. He needs a good result. He's struggling to find one. Maybe today's the day. Just going to have a look, see what Jahenda's best result was. I think it's a 4th at the moment. Yeah, it is yet to crack the podium. Got himself a 4th back in Portugal. Oh, and we've got rain. I don't think that's necessarily a good thing at Azerbaijan. I'm just going to take a quick break here, guys. Be back in a moment. Please don't go anywhere. All the action of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix right after this. Alright, hope you stayed with us. Oh, geez, as I say that, as we come back, Blanchard. Second time he's rubbed a wall on the warm-up lap. Absolutely desperate to get warmth into the tyres. As I was saying, thanks for being with us. Thanks for staying with us for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. This is round 13 of the PlayStation Pacific Open Series Tier 1 Championship battle. Hotting up, this man on screen, 2 points behind Scotty, who's qualified a lowly 7th. Has some work to do if he's to maintain that lead. Blanchard will lead the pack from out front, pole position, but we have rain falling. Barriers on all sides of the circuit, much similar to last week's race at Singapore, where unfortunately Blanchard, who held a comfortable lead through the car, through his Alpine into the barrier, that was his day done. Will such memories haunt him today? Or will he have learned from the mistakes? Going by the warm-up lap, you'd probably say no at this stage, but slicks on this wet track. Jeez. Jeez Louise. So as you know, or may not know, 5 red lights will come on. Once they all go out, that signals the race start. There's the lights. There they go. This is going to be a slow takeoff in slippery conditions. Who's going to get the best of it? It could be a lottery at this stage. Supercharger's going to look up the inside. Doesn't want to touch his teammate. Goes side by side with the Ferrari. Wee moves up into second. Blanchard takes the initiative. There's Karma going backwards. There's a crash. Oh, he's backwards. Facing the wrong way. Parts of cars going everywhere. And that's going to be a trip to the pits for sure, as the rest of the field continues on down to turn 3. Supercharged under all sorts of pressure here in third place. Ferrari's on the outside of him, and one hits the fence. It's a Grim Reaper. Taps the wall, gets passed by Jahenda, drops back through the field. How much damage has he got? Well, he's got an Alfa Romeo literally in him at the moment. Yellow flags being waved as the field continues on down to the chicane at 5 and 6. That's going to get hairy, going side by side through there. Cars all over. 10 Sandals took a bit of a wobbler coming out of the exit as they head their way down to turn 7. Cars splaying all over the place. There's the Red Bull wide. Jahenda very wide, taps the wall, sends the Alfa Romeo of 10 Sandals crashing into the other side of the barrier. This is going to get really ugly through the castle section. Oh, pieces of car flying everywhere. This is absolute carnage at the moment in the mildest form. No one's had an absolute banger of a prang, but you think it's inevitable the way they're going. Oh, there's another one hitting the wall. I think it's Jahenda, turn 15. This is going to get ugly. I can see a front wing flying through the air there. More parts going everywhere. Cars smashing. Future Dreamliner, the first casualty. Turn 15 claims another victim. Oh, it was bound to happen. Safety cars out. Oh, boy. Jeez, I haven't had to call such a hectic first lap in all my life. There was parts flying everywhere. If this was a real race, we'd need about 100 marshals on track sweeping that mess up. There was suspension, front wings, front wing end plates going everywhere. Raindrops and car parts falling from the sky as the drivers now take to the pits. As the rain stopped, I think I saw a Mercedes come out there on medium tyres. It looks like they're going for. Alpha Tauri there having to double stack of Chronic Saint. Grabs himself a new front wing, heads out. So they're obviously all aware that it's going to dry out at the moment. Jumping on to the medium tyres. Now, a few guys up the front stayed out. They were on the mediums already. Some of them, Kavuti, Twitchy, Liddy, Banana Cake. Did they have to come in? The rain continues to fall. Future Dreamliner, first man out. I mean, they were cars just bouncing off each other, bouncing off the walls like pinballs. Someone was bound to be claimed as a victim. Future Dreamliner, the unlucky party in the... Oh! Aston Martin there. Kavoudi still getting out of shape. So Silvo's on tour. As far as I know, this is his first race. I might just need to double check that. Just make sure it's either his first race or he hasn't come in as with a changed name. Some drivers do tend to change their name halfway through a season. Not seeing Silvo's name in the list. Yeah, welcome Aussie Blake. Crazy first lap. You're telling me. I nearly burst a blood vessel just trying to call it. It was absolute carnage. It wasn't massive destruction going on, but it was one hit after another, ping, ping, bong, bashing into each other. It was just car parts flying everywhere. There's about $3 million in carbon fibre left on the circuit. Yeah, still 18 survivors. My voice box wasn't one of them. So Silvo's leads from Kavoudi. Those guys did not pit. Interesting call, especially on the softs. But might not be the last safety car we see yet. So Blanchard still the lead driver of the guys that pit. And worth noting, his main championship rival, Scotty, made up enough places to only be 2 behind him. There's your position changes. Scotty obviously lost a place, but notably Blanchard lost 5 of them. And it wasn't necessarily that he lost. I mean, he lost them obviously, but those guys in front pitted, so it was more of a gain for Scotty than a loss for Blanchard. But very interesting nonetheless. Hopefully we can get this safety car in at the end of this lap and get back to racing. 26 laps will make up the Azerbaijan Grand Prix today. 50% real race distance. Simon's calling for some overtime for the safety car driver. I called the Tier Pacific Series Tier 2 race on Tuesday night. Amazingly, they only had the one safety car. And look, I think you guys probably know better. You probably play the game more than me. I called a wet race at Azerbaijan before, and it was actually pretty tame. Everyone was so careful and cautious. No one really stepped out of line, but we've seen indications to the contrary so far. Watching Blanchard just on the warm-up lap, so desperate to get heat into the tyres, he was hit the wall twice. The man on screen there himself. So, unfortunately, the safety car will go around for at least another lap. Look at Dan the Racer there in 4th. He started last. He finds himself in 4th, staying out. But soft tyres nonetheless. We'll see how that goes. It'll work well if the safety car comes out again. So we're on lap 4 of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Silvo's there, your leader in the number 2 Haas. Absolutely harassing that safety car at the moment. Now, the rain appears to have stopped. And this is what the drivers were anticipating. All jumped in to the, well, a lot of them jumped into the pits for medium tyres, some still on them. Only Silvo's there in the lead and Dan the Racer in 4th. Held onto their soft tyres, and worth noting, Jahenda took on the hard tyres, the sole runner to carry the white wall Pirellis. Are we getting the safety car in this lap? There it is, there's the signal. Whoa, we're ready to go. Once more, strap yourselves in, people. This is going to get interesting. Silvo's backs the pack up. Don't want to go too early and offer the cars behind an easy slipstream. Remember, no DRS assistance for the first 2 laps. So lap spot, he goes now, Silvo's. He goes pretty early. That's left Kavudi vulnerable to Twitch Liddy. Look how close the Mercedes is there. Trying to get a tow. They get a tow on Silvo's as well. Kavudi goes up the inside, takes the lead of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Bit of action back there. The Alpha of Dan the Racer might have got pretty close to Twitch Liddy. Loses a spot now again to Banana Cake Pie. He moves into 4th place. Blanchard there in 6th with Bags Liddell just behind. And that man Scotty, Dan the Racer, looking to go up the inside, has to pull out of that one. They fall back into single file there. Back here, Jahenda up the inside of the McLaren, who goes really close to the wall. Jahenda's going to take that 12th spot, is he? He's got a Ferrari to deal with on the outside. Has to go side by side through 4. He'll lose that spot to the Grim Reaper. He takes it and moves up, leaving Jahenda to deal with the Chronic Saint there for 13th. They're all exercising a bit of caution early on now in this restart phase. Field gets led through turn 12 by Kavudi, who's opened up a nice little gap there on Silvo's. Twitch Liddy wants a piece of that Haas. Moves up behind, so they'll come around these few corners now onto the start-finish straight. Remember, no DRS assistance at this stage. What can Twitch Liddy do about the Haas? Well, the answer's right there on your screen. Just absolutely whizzes past with superior top speed. Can the Haas get in the slipstream of the Mercedes? Answer's going to be no. And second place goes to Twitch Liddy. Bags Liddell having to deal with the Alpine there of Blanchard. Scotty's there on his outside. Is he aware of him? Just. But that's going to leave him vulnerable to an attack from the Mercedes as they come down to turn 3. The Mercedes right in the toe of the Aston Martin. Moves. Can't get a move done. He's going to almost try and stay on the outside. Keeps it away from the wall, importantly. Interestingly, in all those altered lines through turn 3, Blanchard did not get away from them. The Alpine driver maybe struggling on those medium tyres. Is Scotty going to think about a move here into turn 7? That'd be something else. You don't see that too often. Has to cut the corner well and truly. I wonder if that's going to be a warning from the stewards. You don't see too many penalties get given out at Azerbaijan like you do at some of the other races. And the other Williams has departed. I apologise, I completely missed that in all that, so didn't quite see where that incident was. 10 Sandals and Chronic Saint swapping places further down the field. We look down from way above on the city of Baku. As the cars make their way onto the start-finish straight once more, the first three well and truly spread out now. Kavuti's on a charge here. So we watch Tent Sandals close in on the Alpine of Supercharge. Can't quite make the move happen. Dan the Racer still there in fourth. That's a bit tight with the Mercedes of Scotty. The two main championship protagonists slowly working their way through the field. Bags, Liddell and Silvos have come into the pits. Silvo's had enough of those soft tyres. Maybe not the tyre for this track. Edmund Red Devil there dueling with WE92, last week's winner in Singapore. Enjoying the street circuits. The field files their way through turns 5 and 6. But how long till we see our first penalty? I assume it's going to happen. Through the castle section, cars line astern. You can see clearly Scotty's got the pace, but a lot of the time he's going to have to wait till the start-finish straight to be able to get it done. We've got a safety car again. Chronic Saints gone off. Coming out of turn 12, he's really creamed it into the wall. And that'll be his day done. There he is, the AlphaTauri, sat in the middle of the track. So we see the second edition of the safety car. Scotty won't be happy about that. I think he was lining up Dan the Racer for fourth spot. But will we perhaps see the Alfa Romeo driver come into the pits? We do. There he goes. And oh boy, you guessed it, we've got the two main title rivals right next to each other on track, second and third. How good is this? Lap 8. Still got Kavuti out in front, the Aston driver, showing some hot pace after the first restart. Drivers jump into the pits, so plenty of action down in pit lane. There goes the McLaren. I think he's the last driver out of the pits. So the field should form up pretty quickly behind the safety car. I would assume maybe just laps 8 and 9. Tailing the safety car before we can get going once more. That would be ideal. The more racing laps, the better. So safety car out as a result of a crash from Chronic Saint coming out of turn 12 on lap 7 of the race. We just made it past quarter distance, really. Still quite a few laps to go. Kavuti's your leader from Blanchard. Blanchard 2 points behind Scotty in the championship. Scotty there in third place, just ahead of last week's winner WE921 and Supercharge, Tent Sandals, Twinch Liddy, and Silvos has stayed in the top 8 after finally getting rid of those soft tyres. So the safety car brings the field around to commence lap 9. Hopefully this will be the last lap. there's one thing I wanted to see more than a unicorn doing an Irish waltz. It was that message right there. Safety car in this lap, which means we're going to get up and running very shortly. The onus is on Kavudi to lead the field now. He takes up the role of safety car. How long does he leave it to get going? Don't want to get going too early at Azerbaijan. Puts the foot down right at the death. Does it well. Blanchard and Scotty side by side into turn one. How's this going to play out? The two championship rivals into turn two. Blanchard holds on. Oh, good to see him going at it already. W92 now ready for a piece of the action. He joins the train. The Mercedes behind the Alpine with the Ferrari in tow. Down to turn three. The Mercedes up the inside. Side by side. They avoid the fence. Good clean racing, but it's not over yet. Will they go side by side once more? They do. Oh, this is fantastic racing. Scotty, Blanchard into 5 and 6. Still side by side. This is unbelievable. The Mercedes gets the better run out of the corner down to turn 7. Takes the position, and Blanchard gets swamped by the Ferrari as well. He's not going to find his way back past into the castle section. Scotty really asserting himself there, but good clean racing from the two of them side by side through the first sector of the lap and some. That was fantastic. Kavudi out front licking his lips the whole way. That's just allowed him to pull away. The gap 1.5 seconds now out front. Blanchard wants to get out after Scotty once more. He's going to want to dispose of the Ferrari right here, right now. In the tow. Down the start-finish straight. Let's see what kind of speed the Alpine's got. No DRS, remember, for the first 2 laps after the safety car, and there's not much in it. Couldn't close on W921. Closes under brakes into 2. Showing plenty of superiority there. We've got 3 cars down the bottom there in the pits as well. Bags, Liddell in the Aston, Metz in the Haas, and my name is Jeff in the McLaren. They've all jumped into, I guess they had a little moment down the back of the field while we were watching the main championship protagonists duke it out. Putting on a real display side by side. Absolutely magnificent to watch. Kavudi still leads from Scotty. And they come now through the castle section. Sun shining for the first time today. Blanchard with his teammate not far behind now. They're in 5th place. Just take a little look down at Scotty's teammate. He's really close there to 10 Sandals in 6th. Turn 15, not the place to go up the inside. He's going to think about it into 16. Decides better of it. Tucks back in. He's going to bide his time and wait till the start finish straight. Oh, he's really close, as you can see. A run out of 19. Almost nose to tail. Into the slipstream he goes. Tucks right in, using all that battery and some. Will he make a lunge up the inside? He couldn't get close enough. Just couldn't advance on the Alfa Romeo. Can't get it done there into 2 as well. Now, let's look up here. W92 is not done with the main championship battlers yet. He's going to try and go. Oh, he's compromised his line into 3. Almost lets Blanchard back through the door. So a bit of pace in that Ferrari yet, as we see back there. 10 Sandals gets all out of shape. Opens the door for Twitch Liddy. He goes up the inside into 5. Oh, they're going to continue side by side. The Mercedes gets a better run out of the corner. Should hold that position going into 7. Back up ahead. W92. Still sandwiched between the main title rivals. He's not going to lay down quietly, nor should he. We've got a yellow flag there in Sector 2. I think the Grim Reaper and Karma, maybe? I'm not sure. If someone tapped a wall, is there damage on that McLaren? No, I can't quite get a look to see what happened. Might have been a figment of my imagination. There's a yellow flag out for something, though. Go back up front. Cavuti looking pretty happy out front with a 1.5 second lead. Should have DRS going again once more. Look at the Ferrari closing in on Scotty. He's going to go up the inside into turn 1. Actually, he's going to get ahead before turn 1 thanks to DRS. And that puts the championship rivals in each other's path. One. Gavin Arnold letting us know it was Grimmy put the back out in the castle chicane, so that's what brought out the yellow flag in the second sector there on lap 12. We're at half distance now, lap 13 of 26. Will be half distance at the completion of this one. How good is this? Scotty leads Blanchard on track, leads Blanchard by 2 points in the championship. Blanchard might have to just keep one eye on his teammate back there, Supercharge. I would assume Supercharge would play the team game. Probably doesn't want to get in Blanchard's way, but he does have Twitch Liddy, Scotty's teammate, crawling all over his backside. Can't take it too easy back there or he'll get past himself. So the field goes through 16. We're about to do the start-finish straight once more. That's where DRS comes into play. It's certainly going to come into play here. Look how close Blanchard is, stalking the Mercedes of Scotty onto the start-finish straight. There's going to be no DRS assistance for Scotty. This could be curtains for the Mercedes as far as third place is concerned. And it is. Blanchard moves up a position. Scotty needs to stick with him as they go through the next DRS zone. Might be hard to overtake. At least needs to try and stick with him for the lap and get the DRS assistance going down the start-finish straight next time round. A few doesn't help us, Mr. Director. Turn 3. Mercedes, well, I'll take control of that. We'll go on board our way. The Mercedes following Blanchard there. On your screen right in front. So we 99.21 unable to get away on that last lap. Bearing in mind he did not have DRS assistance down the start-finish straight. And with Blanchard getting it and easily able to pass the Mercedes of Scotty down the start-finish straight. Just kept we 92 within striking range. Blanchard needs that gap to be within a second if he's going to get DRS on the start-finish straight once more. It's going to be close. It's at 9/10 at the moment. DRS detection zone is part way down start-finish straight. Just before the point where you actually open the rear wing. I think he's going to be close enough. The gap 8/10. So they go through it now, the gap 8/10. Let's see what that DRS is worth to the Alpine driver. How much does he close up? We're closing in on the leader too, so probably about 3/10 in it. Scotty's jumped in the pits. Scotty's gone into the pits. He's jumped in, grabbed another set of mediums. So this is interesting. This is very interesting. Maybe going for an undercut of sorts. Looking to take those mediums to the end. Good place to come out on track though. No traffic to speak of. Can get the foot down with a 9-second buffer to the next man in front. Dan the Racer in the Alfa Romeo. So interesting little change of strategy here. How will Blanchard respond? His tyre's 12 laps old. And a 1.6 second gap to the car in front, so no DRS assistance down the start-finish straight. If he's going to pit this lap, he's going to want to start flogging that Alpine through the streets of Baku. Absolutely putting that pedal to the metal. You can see Scotty's absolutely on a charge down there, 11. That 9-second gap to the car in front, now 6.5. What does Blanchard do? Does he pit? He does not. Stays out. Very interesting indeed. Is he going to try and push these mediums further to get a fresher set of the yellow wall Pirellis on the next stop, or is he going to try and push them far enough that he gets himself in the window to take on a set of softs right at the death? Meanwhile, Wee's taking the lead. I apologise, I missed that one. He's just trying to keep an eye on the two main championship rivals. Wee's gone to the front there in the Ferrari. Cavudi unable to do much about it. I don't know if he's going to be able to stick with the Ferrari to stay within 1 second by the time they make it to the start-finish straight. Gap goes out to a second now. Left behind back there in the castle section. Dan the racer, I think he was with that pack. Battle forming for 7th place there. Silvo's at the front with Grim Reaper and Karma doing their best to hunt him down from behind. I think that McLaren got a good run out of there. And we saw earlier Silvo's... Oh, and Grim Reaper, did he touch the wall there? Oh, it was a Silvo, sorry. I saw pieces of carbon fibre flying through the air. Probably lucky to keep going, so he departs the battle. Grim Reaper and Karma continue it on through turn 1. Scotty sets the fastest lap in the meantime down there in clear air. Grim Reaper holds that spot from Karma. Karma's going to come back at him now into turn 3. Goes to the outside of the Ferrari. Gets ahead before the corner. DRS so powerful there. Oh, further back up the field, Blanchard there in 3rd spot, closing on Cavudi, looking for a piece of that Aston Martin. Slowly closing, 2 Alpine drivers. How close can they get to Cavudi this time down the start-finish straight? Cavudi won't have the DRS. The 2 Alpines will. So they line him up. Blanchard, Cavudi. Oh, Cavudi pits. That was a real fizzer as far as that goes. Anti-climax. Aston pops in for... What do we got? 8? 9 and a bit, 9 laps left. That's soft tyres. Is that the strategy that Blanchard's looking for? I think it might be. Don't go anywhere, folks. This race is just hotting up. The Grim Reaper and Karma aren't quite done with each other yet, are they? There's Dan the Racer in the Alpha. down there in ninth. Kavuti's just come out of the pits behind him on a fresh set of softs. So the Aston Martin driver, we got a yellow flag. 10 Sandals is wide down there in 3. Flirting with the escape road. Picks it up and gets going once more. Lap 19 of 26 of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. If you're just joining us, this is round 13. Actually, we got a yellow flag. I'll just stop there. It's the Haas of Metz. He's gone. So that's a safety car. And just as we say that, Jeff joins him in the fence in sympathy, but he's able to keep going in the McLaren. So if you have just joined us, don't go anywhere. This race is just hotting up now. This could work well for some of those guys in front. They're going to be looking to... Well, they've gone past the pits. Oh, this is going to work exceptionally well for Scotty down there in 8th, if my calculations are correct. Tell me if I'm wrong in the comments. Need all the help I can get. W92 out in front, so Metz launches it into the fence by the looks of it out of 16. Safety car makes its 3rd appearance in the Pacific Open Series Tier 1 PlayStation Edition. Round 13 from Azerbaijan with only 8 laps remaining, and it's just getting started if anything. So get ready for some more action in the pits. Jeff comes in McLaren, will replace that front wing. Good excuse to get some soft tyres on. Guys out front now. They'll be jumping in to get soft tyres. And this is going to work a real treat for Scotty. They go. Where's Scotty? Through he goes. Round the first corner. Out of the pits comes Blanchard. 2 places behind. Holds that spot against Kavuti. That's crucial. Okay, as far as track position's concerned, yes, that'll work well for Scotty. 6 laps to go, though, on older mediums compared to the guys behind on fresher softs. This could get spicy. Could be crucial how long the safety car stays out for. The reason being that once it does come in, there'll be 2 laps without DRS assistance, which could be crucial again, would be crucial. So Scotty takes track position from Grim Reaper, who opted not to pit. I don't know, not sure about that one, but we'll see. You'd think he'll be a sitting duck for at least the likes of Scotty, Wee, Blanchard, Kavuti. 13 lap old mediums. They could be about 15 laps old by the time we get going. So 3rd visit from the safety car. This is why I love Azerbaijan. I think it's my favourite track. Just all aspects of it. It's different, it's unusual, it throws up safety cars, throws up unusual results. Nick Simons get that Woolies box ready, predicted. His call was a Ferrari 1-2. They're sitting 1-3 at the moment. Who knows? Who knows? But who knows if I'm talking about Grim Reaper, you know, possibility of him getting swallowed at the start here, but if the cars behind get embroiled in their own little battle, who knows what could happen. But yeah, definitely has to be a favourite track of mine, this one. Whether it's on the game or in the real world. I mean, think back to Azerbaijan in the F1, the real F1 world this year. Verstappen leading, the puncture, and who could forget Hamilton just going off at turn 1 on the restart. And Mark Webber screaming. This track knows how to produce. Nick Simon, safety car for 6 more laps would be good. Yeah, if you're sick, come on, we want racing. I don't want to watch this. If I want to watch cars parading around slowly in a silly manner, I could just go down to my local Coles car park and watch the grannies fighting for those spots right next to the door unnecessarily. So pretty much everyone down from 3rd to 14th. Jumped in and got some soft tyres. Grim Reaper and Scotty, the only ones on the mediums. No penalties dished out as yet. I did say earlier it is one of those tracks where it's, you know, sort of not as easy to pick them up anyway. Pick up a penalty anyway. So we're going around another lap, unfortunately. Oh, hang on. Shut my mouth. Safety cars decided to come in hella late. That's interesting. Oh, and damn, that's caught a few out. Not sure if I could even blame them. It happened so late. The call on the safety car coming in as the Ferraris now. They're good enough for 1st and 2nd at the moment. Scotty fights back. Holds on to 2nd position as Blanchard moves up side by side with the Ferrari of Wee. Oh, so the restart's caught a lot of them out in action stations in the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Can Blanchard take that spot back up the inside of Wee? It's going to be a side-by-side affair once more as they head up to 4th. Wee holds on to the spot. This is all good for Scotty, who stalks the Grim Reaper. He needs to get ahead of that Ferrari as quick as he can and try and build up a gap with only 4 and a bit laps remaining on those medium tyres that are 6 laps older, or 5 laps older than the guys on the soft tyres behind them. So Grim Reaper continues to lead from Scotty. W92 in 3rd. Blanchard just drops back a little bit in 4th. Lost a bit. Scotty really on the Grim Reaper's case. I think this race he's been used to just waiting for the start-finish straight and some DRS assistance to get past, but he won't have that for the next 2 laps. Looks like he just may not need it. He's pretty close to Grim Reaper. Coming through turn 19, he's really close in the slipstream, but W92's in his slipstream also. Look at them, how close they are. 3 cars going for the lead of the race. The Mercedes forced to the outside. Side by side. How's it going to play out? Oh, really close. close. They go close to each other and close to the fence, but the Mercedes of Scotty takes the lead. Grim Reaper holds second from his teammate, Wee 92, but the other Ferrari of number 69, Wee 921, he's going to get up the inside here going into 3. Blanchard looking for a way through there in 4th, can't find it. Has to try and block out Cavoody there in 5th as well, who has to deal now with Twitch Letty, who moves up into 5th. Oh, and he touches him and he goes into the wall. There's contact. Cavoody goes round into the fence. Oh, and can't get it pointed in the right direction. Twitch Letty played on. Does he have damage? He has to, surely. Yeah, front wing end plate gone off that Mercedes. Yellow flag's out. Hopefully we don't get another safety car. We don't need that right at the end of the race. Looks like it's play on. Did Cavoody got going eventually. Dan the Racer and Supercharge had to keep going. Yeah, so his front wing's gone and his race is pretty much gone as well. Twitch Letty's struggling back there. Back out front. Scotty hanging on to a... Oh, Cavoody's in trouble again. Please don't bring out a safety car, mate. Where is he? He's stuck in the escape road there at 7. Oh, doing the Austin Powers trick. Meanwhile, back up front, Scotty and Wee still going at it. Cavoody gets disqualified. That's probably a good thing. Try and avoid a safety car. Look how close Wee is to Scotty 92. They almost touch. Down to turn 3. Blanchard's moving through in the background there. He's got 3rd spot. Wee 92 has the lead once more. So Ferrari from Mercedes, from Alpine, from Aston. The places switching, chopping, changing every second. Week 92. He's only had the 2 wins this year, looking at potential back-to-back wins now. Blanchard sticks his nose out, tries to let the Mercedes know he's there. 2.5 laps to go. I don't know how easy Scotty's going to make this for him. Well, the answer will be not very easy at all, but not sure what sort of resistance he'll be able to offer down the start-finish straight if DRS is available. Oh, how good is this? 24 laps into the 26th lap Azerbaijan Grand Prix, and the 2 main championship rivals, Scotty and Blanchard, still together on track, battling it out. The Alpine right in the slipstream now as they're going to go side by side. The Alpine will have no problems getting past the Mercedes of Scotty with that DRS assistance. Big question now is, can Scotty stay with the Alpine and get a bit of DRS assistance of his own? He's got to watch out for Bags back there in 4th. The Aston very close. So a bit of DRS assistance himself, but that Alpine's looking pretty quick on those fresher soft compound tyres. Supercharge sets the fastest lap down there in 11th. Wee 92, can he do it? He's still a mathematical chance of the championship, although I'm not sure that's going to be a thing if... oh, and he gets a penalty! 3-second time penalty for Wee 92. Can you believe it? He needs to get that gap out over 3 seconds. Oh, commentators curse. Shouldn't have mentioned the back-to-back wins. Picks up a 3-second penalty just like that. The gap 1.9 seconds. Blanchard can see, and there's one for Supercharge as well. Karma picked up one down there in 5th as well. So Blanchard can smell victory. He can take the championship lead back. As the results stand, he would take the championship lead back, but he can smell a few more points. So the field now cross the start-finish line, led by W92 to commence the last lap. The gap, 2.1 seconds. He's got big work to do. Scotty's under pressure back there from Bags Liddell. Can he hold him out during the DRS zone down to turn 3? He's under pressure. He's under serious pressure as Bags Liddell goes to the outside. Side by side, we've seen that a few times today through turn 3, and the Aston takes it. Scotty, a mere passenger, there was nothing he could do. So it's becoming apparent now that final safety car has not worked. Scotty, with the rest of the field jumping in for the softs and showing that superior pace now. Oh, another one is Karma stalking Scotty, but he's got that 3-second time penalty up his sleeve, so might not make too much of a difference if the McLaren does pass Scotty. Scotty looking pretty good and locked in for 4th. Blanchard is looking good for a win. W92 not looking likely to get that lead out to over 3 seconds before the start-finish line. W92, the breaching of track limits, gonna cost him back-to-back wins. So here comes the Ferrari driver down the start-finish straight, over the start-finish line. Here comes Blanchard, about to steal it away from him, grabs the Azerbaijan win, and there was Bags Liddell and Scotty. Well, how close were they going over the start-finish line? There was nothing in that. Still yet to see a time. As the rest of the field pours over the line. Edmund Red Devil 5th, Grim Reaper 6th. The two McLarens in 7th and 8th. Silvos, what I assume is his debut. Oh, W92 gets a 20-second penalty for ignoring yellow flag. Might be more to hear about of that one after the race. Not sure what that was all about. And rounding out the field in of the 13 remaining drivers, Dan the Racer brings his Alfa Romeo down the start finish straight to take 13th position. So there's your race winner, Blanchard. And within 2 races, the championship lead changes twice. Well, that was a great race. Action aplenty at Azerbaijan. Not totally unsurprising. Edmund Red Devil picking up driver of the day plaudits. There's your winner. Top step of the podium. From Bags and Scotty. So the championship title fight remains close with only 2 races to go. Oh, that was magnificent. What a race. Hope you guys enjoyed that wherever you're tuning in from tonight. That was absolutely edge of your seat stuff. Plenty of action. Blanchard, your winner, on screen from Bags Liddell. Started 4th, finished 2nd. Good result. Even better, Scotty, though, after another poor qualifying showing, makes up for it in the race with 3rd spot. Edmund Red Devil 15th up to 3rd. Excellent drive from the AlphaTauri driver. Grim Reaper 5th, 6th Karma, his McLaren teammate in 7th, and Silvos in the halves. Great drive to 8th from 9th, but was in plenty of the action. So that'll be all we got time for Azerbaijan. If you enjoyed that one, make sure you join us for the last 2 rounds of the PlayStation Pacific Open Series Tier 1. We got round 14 coming to you next week. 1 week away. Be there or be square. For now, that's all we got time for. I'm your host, Mike Wilson. Thank you for joining us once more. It's bye for now.